Baharam Mahurat, but yes, we are here to serve you, to cater to quality education. Thank you very much, my kings and queens, for tuning in. And today I'm really excited. I'm happy. Today I've just completed my 200 subscribers. It's really a great feat, and it took me around maybe 11 years, 12 years. I've been starting YouTube since I've been watching it. I've had an account since 2013, although I religiously started making videos around the mid 2017, 2018. That was the time, but I hadn't been regular in it. And then steadily, I realized the power of this platform, and every now and then I used to create. And since with the onset of Palace of Words, the digital school that is my brainchild, that's my baby, and I've been nurturing it with all the mind. So all the young kings and queens, princes and princesses at Palace of Words. So I thought that I should go online, and I started creating some content on Instagram with the help of some immaculate and excellent content creators, the great team of power we have with us, and everyone's so creative. And I guess, yeah, social media is a very powerful tool to connect, because with the help of this I can take my classes everywhere across the globe, and I can get in touch with people everywhere in the world. So this is only possible due to the digital medium, and I can also express myself better. So as a community, I've been greatly loved, and there are some great creators online who are doing some excellent job. So it feels so good and it feels so nice. Recently, I'd been watching this podcast of a young girl you all know as, Vivashius Varanya, a girl from Assam, Jorat. She was so wonderfully doing content creation, and she's just around 10 or 11. So, mostly many inspiring content creators in this portal. So I feel so good to be connected and associated and learn from every one of you, everyone's consistency. And obviously, it's hard to put up a YouTube video. There is, a matter of great work. It totally is, not everyone's cup of tea. So thank you very much for joining in and tuning into these videos and these online class sessions. I would also, advise and recommend that you please follow it to the right people who will benefit from it, the students, your siblings, your friends, your cousins, everyone you're aware about who can benefit from these online sessions. And today's session is purely dedicated to, a poem called Road Not Taken. So this would always be there, like it is there probably in the ninth standard also, and it's also there towards the 11th standard. It is in your graduation also, it is in your post graduation also. And a poem which is so deep, so wonderfully written by Robert Frost, that at every stage of your life, whenever you read it, you'd be having different interpretations. So I guess, let's delve deeper into this today, what the poem is about, what's its sources, how to paraphrase it nicely, and we'll get to all the intricate details of this beautiful poems. And Vedant, hey Vedant, hi. Thank you very much for keeping this comment section so lively and interactive. It is really the wind beneath my wings. And it's Vedant, you're here with the news, and that's so sad. Your brother just passed away, and we'll be just praying for it. We'll be praying for him. That recently even I lost my grandma, and it's hard, of course, to just bid farewell to loved ones. So Vedant, we'll all pray as a community, like whosoever have joined us in here. So we'll definitely pray for your dear brother's peace, for his afterlife, for his nirvana. So we'll do that. And Vedant, I'm from Shimla. I'm Dr. Abhishek Prince Tohata, and I run a brainchild called Palace of Words. It is a digital school, and I always create content here online, and it's called the Baharam Mahurat Batch. So here generally I start my session at early mornings at around 5 or 6. Today I'm a little late, and I guess I just had to kind of see you. Vedant, that's so good. You can share your link here, and even Vedant has got a YouTube channel. So students, viewers, please subscribe to Vedant's content also. And that's so good getting in touch with you, Vedant. And today I'm really happy. I've just completed 200 subscribers also. And it really feels like a big number. I'm as happy as I've, reached millions of it, because everyone is really, of great value, and you have a good number of subscribers too, Vedant. You have 190, and yes, let's make it 200, quickly for Vedant. We should subscribe to Vedant's channel also. So a shout out to you, Vedant. You can leave the link of your channel here in the comments for all our viewers to subscribe. So that's great, huh? That's so nice. And thank you for joining in, Vedant. So what we are doing here is we are creating these online courses about the content for the students of, schools, colleges, and universities. So they can benefit, and then accordingly, they can get better at it. All right, Vedant, you take your time. So good interacting, and it's so nice when I see people engaging in the comment section of this live discourse. It's really, it's a win-win situation. It just, is so good. I feel so much loved. As I was telling, it's about the love of the community, love of the people, and it's only the students, it's only the viewers that make it great. So yes, Vedant, we'll be subscribing to your channel, and you keep putting up great content. And I was just talking about the power of YouTube. That YouTube is a very good platform. It's a very nice and rich portal. So it just is. I know, Vedant, you're very young. That's so good. Like Vedant is a 6-year-old boy. I would say boy, not a kid, because kids are really smarter these days. So wow, Vedant, that's so good that you have a YouTube at 6 and you're doing some amazing job there. So yes, all the kings and queens of Palace of Words, please go ahead and just subscribe to this 11-year boy's channel. Okay, you're in class 6, Vedant. Thank you very much to clear this. And Vedant is a 6th standard boy. And Vedant, we do have content for you also. Basically, do check our other sessions also. So it basically says how to write better answers in your examination to get more marks, how to cater to a good word limit, as word limits are there to benefit you. So I will surely benefit with this endeavor of ours at Palace of Words. And do check us on Instagram also. We have the same name. It's Palace of Words, Palace underscore of underscore words underscore. And we have the logo called Power with a crown and a book. So you'll surely get that. And you'll be immensely benefited with all the things that we are digitally catering to. And stay tuned, Vedant. It's good to see you connect, and do share this with like all the people. Thank you for all the hearts, all the likes. Thank you for subscribing to us, and you probably are our 200 subscriber. So it's so good, it's so dear to connect with you. And just like it's mostly. And yeah, Vedant, I've just started. Like I do an hourly, like I cater to like 2 to 3 hours of content on YouTube daily. So this is my first live of the day today. I've also got a batch on nature. So this is just it's been like 8.5, close to 9 minutes being live, and it's good that you're here. So you joined us, and today, it's a very special kind of a live, and I'm also celebrating my 200 subscribers. It totally feels like a very big number, huge number for me, and all the special people who've joined in and who, kind of cater to my content, and who comment on it, who are, the regular visitors of it, and who take the most of the benefit. I'm immensely thankful, a heartfelt gratitude for supporting me, because it's the support of the viewers, the students, who keeps us motivated. And now what we do is, and oh, thank you very much, Vedant, your enthusiasm is the best, and thanks a ton. Thank you very much. It really means a lot to me, and it's really the biggest number for me. People do have the millions of subscribers also, but for me, I feel, it's a big number, and, we have a way to go. We'll keep working up. And Vedant, I guess you two have close to like 200 subscribers. So congratulations to you too. And thank you for inspiring, Vedant, with the content you're doing. And, and I guess our prayers are always with you. Like you've lost your brother. So we'll be praying that he finds peace and your family finds great strength to cope up with this loss. It's very hard. So, be brave, support your family also in this tough time. So we'll be praying and chanting for you. We're doing my Gongyo Daimoku and you'll get all the support, all the love, and you're a brave boy. So cater to all the goodness in the world. And now, without further ado, let's begin with this great poem. It's called Road Not Taken. So, have you, heard or read this poem, Vedant? Have you read this poem, The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost? And you'll read it soon. In case you're not aware about it at this moment, you'll surely be reading it soon. No worries. Today you'll get to know about The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. And I guess it's around your 8th or ninth standard. It's also in the 11th standard. It's there in your graduation if you opt for English as a subject. It's also there in your post graduation if you do masters in English. So, a very vivid and a very beautiful and a wonderful poem it is. So, Road Not Taken is by Robert Frost, and it's an American poet. Robert Frost is an American poet, and it's a very beautiful poem. It's a small poem, it's a poem about choices. So, hey, Diane, hi. Diane says hello. So, thank you very much for joining in. Diane, if I'm pronouncing your name right. So it's Diane Giordano, and I guess Diane, you have especially you are not an Indian national, and you just came up with the news that your mother recently passed away. That's really sad again, and all the prayers for you, Diane. And Vedant is keen to know which country you're from, and we're all praying that you find the strength to bear with this loss. And it is definitely, we are all mortals. My granny also passed away. She was really close to me. So then it just feels, basically that, mostly uh, we have to kind of cope up with it and we have to accept it also. So basically, we have to be at our best always in terms of losing someone, bidding adieu to you know our loved ones, is heartbeat, our grandmother, mother, brother, sister, father, anyone, anyone dear to our family. We feel so bad about this. So I believe, all the prayers should be there mostly, that, which gives us strength. So, a lot of strength to you, Vedant. You've lost your brother, dying to you, you've lost your mother, and it's a big loss. But we'll be praying for you that, you get all the strength to bear this loss. And then, accordingly, mostly, today's poem will also, you know, amazingly make you more empowered. It's called Road Not Taken. And thank you very much, Diane. You say you're the best, and you totally are. You're all stars who have, made it a point to be here to join me in the live. So I guess, it's all the power to you, more power to you all. And thank you very much for subscribing. And today I'm just celebrating my 200 subscribers. It seems like the biggest number to me on YouTube. And trust me, I'm the happiest as a content creator, as happy upon getting like a play button. So it's really a good day for me. And, this love is something, that is my fuel, that really keeps me motivated, that really, gives me this inspiration to stream live and, teach a thing or two and deliver whatever I can deliver at my best. So thank you very much for being there. So it's really nice of you. And then I guess, you know let's also wait and let's see, the more people join in, and you can also share it meanwhile, Vedant and Diane, to your siblings, to your friends. So basically, an utmost gratitude, Diane. Thank you for all the love. And let's also wait, and we'll be starting the poem at the earliest, right? So let's do that. And the poem is very special for me. I remember reading it, and in one of the university lectures of mine, I just remember reading the poem as Professor told me that whenever you'll be reading it, you'll be having a different connotation of the poem. The meaning would entirely hit you differently. I'll tell you why. Road Not Taken is about a traveler, basically. I'll give you some context before we start the poem. So it's about a traveler who is, very keen to take one of the two paths he has chosen, and eventually he's in this thought process. He's in this deep retrospection whether to which path to choose from. And he also knew that, the one path he'll be choosing will lead on to another path, and he'll never be returning back to, go on another path that he'll be leaving. So it's about choices. It's about the power of choices. And, as a little kid, maybe if you read it in your sixth standard, you read it in your eighth standard, to you, it'll just seem like a traveler who is just confused between choosing one of the two paths, and he'll go on to the one path and he'll go on and continue his journey. But maybe if you read it from a perspective of like maybe a secondary schooler in your 12th standard or just in your college, you'll also realize that hey, we had a stream to choose as soon as we graduate from our 10th standard. In 11th or 12th, we had like a road, a path to be chosen, whether we take sciences, we take commerce, we take humanities. And obviously once you give the 2 years to one of the streams, and then that's fixed. You build your career around that particular stream, then you do not have a chance to get back to your 11th standard and study something else or something different. So basically, the idea here is that our choices are really powerful, and the butterfly effect, one thing leading on to another. So our choices makes us, our decisions, they really make us and impact our lives. And if you read it as maybe someone at my age, say I'm like now a doctorate in English literature as well as psychology. I'm 30 currently, and this is my birth month also. I'll be celebrating my 30th birthday on the 23rd of this month. On 23rd of August, I'll be turning 30. So if a person like me who's lived like fair part of his life reads this poem, so for me, it is also about the impact of the choices we have on our lives. That may be, hey, I was very good at language. I pursued medical in my school. I pursued medical sciences. My mother wanted me to be a doctor. So, but I couldn't, of course. I didn't have the aptitude to be one. I wasn't too gifted in my medical sciences. I wasn't good with physics and chemistry. But the idea is that now, if I see and if I think about it, that hey, why didn't I just study humanities in my 11th standard or 12th standard? I would have done much better. Though nothing harm to it. I've accomplished my doctorate in English literature. So thank you for all the love, Diane. Love you more. And thank you very much for connecting. You were here for a while. It's a pleasure. So now I cannot reverse my choices. I just cannot go back to my particular 11th standard and read humanities all the more. Like, so it's basically our choices are fixed, they have deeper consequences, but it really helped me build up a good aptitude in sciences. I thoroughly enjoyed reading medical when I was in 11th and 12th standard. I remember watching a movie. I remember watching a Bollywood movie called Ye Jawani Hai Diwani. It is a very beautiful movie directed by Ayan Mukherjee. So it was so beautiful. When I saw it, I just felt the love for travel and journalism, and I felt, I live like that, I'll do things like that. I'll travel. And Bunny, the protagonist of the movie, really inspired me a lot. I also recently accomplished my mountaineering course from Sikkim. So it was fun. I explored Darjeeling and I lived my traveler's part also. I'm a national level mountaineer. I'm a mountain biker too, a professional mountain biker. And I love to keep fit. I love to run in marathons. I do everything possible to keep myself fit. I keep conducting tree plantation and cleanliness drives to, have an impact in this world, to make it better mostly, because it's really important to how we cater to our particular environment, how we make it better, how we, kind of make it the best that we can. So the main idea totally is to build ourselves better, cater to a good environment. And I always get in touch with the schools, and I always kind of collaborate with them in a way that, hey, let's go on a tree plantation drive, let's go on a cleanliness drive, let's do things. So this really motivates us all together. So the main idea about such events is to get the sensibility, and mostly even act, because I guess we have to act always, and we have to get better with it, and we always have to contribute to our society, and we become good Samaritans, we become good people who are making this world better. So I guess that should be the way. And today it's my seventh class. Like, it's an entire week of starting these live streams, and I'm already loving it with the people's love that they are showering upon me, and the comment section coming up. The students are interacting. They're reaching out. They're being so kind. So it's so good. It feels that I'm doing something nice. I'm doing something right. I'm doing something divine, because it's always about creating that cause. It's always about becoming better. So thank you very much. Thanks to this beautiful love that you have showered upon me. And today, as I just do my 200 subscribers, and I know I have a long way to go. There would be 2 million also one day. And if I'll keep being consistent, if I'll keep bringing better content to you, so I guess that all the love, all the energy, all the hard work surely adds up to something more brilliant and something better and beautiful. So thank you very much. Like, words are less, of course. I am the one considered with the gift of the gab, and one considered as a wordsmith. But I still, I fall short of words to thank you. I thank you with the inner core of my heart, that you've supported me. You've showered so much of love on me, and just a boy who gets on live early morning every day. So let's take this journey forward, and let's keep catering to quality content, and let's keep doing miracles on this world of YouTube. And let's keep empowering each other. So today's poem, Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. So yes, let's begin. It's a very beautiful poem. It's filled with life. And The Road Not Taken is a narrative poem by Robert Frost. It was first published in the August 1915 issue of the Atlantic Monthly. So, here, students, a humble request from you all, please have your pen and paper with you. Whenever we are catering to creating content, whenever we are studying, so have the pen and paper with you always. Because whatever you're listening at the moment will be there for you, you listen to it, but having your pen and paper with you will really help you. When you have your pen and paper with you, so you'll keep learning, you'll keep getting better. So the idea is that whenever you write, there's some magical aspect to your subconscious that gets activated. And I keep saying that, and trust me, I repeat it in all my sessions. And you remember and recall it better. So let's also wait for the students to join. Let's make it a good number. Let's at least, have hordes of students, have hundreds of them, have thousands of them to join here. And let's cater to, a content with great quality. Let's, give it all our heart and soul to, this particular forum. And thank you very much for joining. I can see an individual has joined. And please stick to us. Don't just skip and leave, and kindly share this also. Today we are doing Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. So the idea here is that we'll cater to this poem, and we'll see how it goes. So your pen and paper ready, students. And the best part about these live streams are that they're saved for the further use also. So all of you can make the most of this whenever you have time and whenever you want to study The Road Not Taken. So The Road Not Taken is a narrative poem by Robert Frost, first published in the August 1915 issued issue of the Atlantic Monthly. So it was published in the Atlantic Monthly issue and later published as the first poem in the 1916 poetry collection Mountain Interval. So the poetry collection was called Mountain Interval. A very important information from the net perspective also. Like the Roberts Frost Road Not Taken was published as the first poem in the 1916 poetry collection called the Mountain Interval. So such questions will pop up in your net examination. So be well versed with it, and you can just jot down this information on your pen and paper. It'll make you better. It'll make you more enhanced. It'll make you more enriched. So please do that. Please cater to that kind of an aspect. That kind of a question. Just do that. You know, put it out there on paper. And we also started a nature batch for the net GRF students at Palace of Words. We have our endeavor to build it better and to promote it, and just to kind of create an outreach of this batch. So that's something which we are eyeing at currently. So this is like the kind, this is something that is the deal. So you can enroll in our nature batch also. So it's a hybrid batch both for the offline as well as online students. And you can join our classes online also. And we are just charging a very modest fee of rupees 9999. So that is 1 rupee less than 10,000 rupees, 9,999. And it's a one-time fee till your selection. So it's not a fee for a month, it's not a fee for like 2 months or 4 months, but till your selection. You just pay it once and we'll ensure that you secure your JRF, right? No matter how much time it takes, how much efforts it take, but we'll ensure that you get through your JRF, and we've got 100% success ratio. All our students qualify, all our students get JRF. So always strive, and strive to get better, and do choose Palace of Words. And it's again your trust and confidence upon us which keeps us on our toes, which makes us better, which makes us beautiful. And hello, wonderful individual, thank you for joining in. And you can just say a warm hi on the comment section also, since morning hour is very holy. And if you could manage this time to join our stream, so I am immensely grateful. We have like one individual who's there on our stream at the moment. So I'm also celebrating my 200 subscribers today. So it feels so good and beautiful. And I'm as happy as getting like a diamond play button today. It's so happy hour. And thank you very much for joining in again. And yes, there are students joining. So thank you very much for being here to join our stream. And we are doing Robert Frost's Road Not Taken today. And I'm also preparing students for their net exam. It's called NETER by the P.O.W.E.R, the Palace of Words. P.O.W.E.R is an acronym for Palace of Words Educational Reserve. And even we would insist that you have your pen and paper. And obviously, we use social media for a lot of infotainment, entertainment, but we also using it for education. So I guess you would love this endeavor of ours to promote education at its best, and we always get better from it and we learn from it. So it's always good to see people in the stream, because it's because of you, your energy, your confidence upon us that makes us always thriving, and that makes us better. So Road Not Taken is the poem by Robert Frost. And here it was written in Mountain Interval, like it was the first poem in the 1916 poetry collection, Mountain Interval. A very important information from the NTA net perspective. So please keep noting such information down, and I'll also be linking all my sources in the bio in the description for you to jot down later. But if you can avail your pen and paper right now and you can write it, you can make notes, because this would be the real deal and your hard work to make you better. when you actually prepare now, so you naturally get better, this is the real deal. So if you do it now, you kind of, jot it down, you prepare it, you always get better. You always learn something, so your takeaway should be mostly learning it, learning right now. And I know we use a lot of time on social media, and screen usage is a thing, screen addiction is real. So we can always see, and we can always learn, basically, and get better, right? We have to cater to quality education, and we have to learn, and every moment, every second of our lives is important and vital. So let's also live it that phase, isn't it? So now, here, basically, its central theme is the divergence of paths, both literally and figuratively, although its interpretation is noted for being complex and potentially divergent. So obviously, like, Road Not Taken starts with like a traveler's thought, traveler's dilemma or the confusion to choose one of the roads. He was like in a forest, and there were two paths, and then he realized that, which path to take upon, like, where to go, basically. So this is the main idea, right? So what happens is that, basically, the main idea, main core and the crux of the Road Not Taken was, the choice that he took. And he was just thinking that, I know one road I take today, the other one I'll be leaving forever. So it was this dilemma of this traveler. So basically, he just, very wonderfully puts it. And, I would like you to listen to the audio of it, like, So let's together listen to the audio, and let's do this fun exercise right now. That while listening to the audio, please jot it down on paper. Even I have my notes ready, and I'll be doing it too. I have my pen and paper at my behest. So even I'll be doing it. I have it all figured out, and you can also do that. And it'll be, a fun way of reading Road Not Taken. So be ready with the pen and paper. Like, I have my pen ready with me, I have my notes ready with me. So I'll be writing it down, and you write it too. And here you go. And I'll just, start the audio. I'll be playing it. I'll playing the audio, and you can all note it down. So here we begin.
Two roads diverged in yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveller long I stood, and looked down one as far I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet, knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in the wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference.
Wow, this is so beautiful, isn't it? Like, how wonderfully it just, talks about this idea of being there, in these two particular roads. And then, you know you feel that, that, okay, I'll be telling the story with a sigh, that, one road I chose, and that has made all the difference. So basically, we have our text ready, and Nana, it's all done and written here. It's, just done directly, basically, right. There's great magic in writing. Trust me, I attained my doctorate degree with this magic. I was the person, I used to write everything. Even the quotable quotes told to me by my teachers, I used to write them down. So I used to do that every day, I used to write the quotes down. So you too, you be in this habit of writing the quotes down. It'll really help you. So the road not taken, two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. So here, this is a very beautiful poem, and it has just four stanzas, and it is, like a 20-line poem. Each stanza has 5 lines. So, two roads diverged in a yellow wood, like in a forest. There's a traveler. He's, lying, and he's seeing the two roads there. And sorry, I could not travel both, obviously, being one traveler. And be one traveler, long I stood and looked down one as far as I could. So he's in deep thought. This traveler is in a deep retrospection, in a dilemma, in a confusion that, oh, which road to choose now, which road to take on, and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. So basically, till the time he could see it, till the time the path vanished, he was just constantly seeing it. Till the time one just, bent in the undergrowth, he's constantly seeing this path. So then here, wood both stood good undergrowth. So here, look at the rhyming scheme, like A, B, A. Student could they rhyme A B A A B A B A A, both and undergrowth they rhyme. So A B A A B is the rhyming scheme, and we'll also get to the other stanza to get the gist better. Now we get to the next stanza. So first stanza is clear, I guess. Traveler in a dilemma, which part to choose from, and he's just analyzing his choices. He's really confused and where it started. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. So now he's analyzing the two paths. That one is mostly the beaten path, which everyone takes, and it has a very good, perfectly laid way there. It's a proper rasta. But the other path is just grassy and it wanted more wear. Like that's the less trodden one. People do not take that path frequently. So he's now analyzing these paths and see the rhyming scheme here: fair, claim, where, there, same. So same, A, B, A, A, B. A, B, A, A, B is the rhyming scheme. So it has a consistent rhyming scheme. A, B, A, A, B is the rhyming scheme. First and the third line they rhyme. First, third, and the fourth line they rhyme. Second and the fifth they rhyme. So it's in the second stanza also. So now in the second stanza, he's analyzing his choice much more deeply. One is like a beaten path, another is, just off the beaten path, and it is grassy. It wants some wear. Not a lot of people have commuted from that path. And now, obviously, there's also a layer of choices in our life, isn't it? That the choices, they literally lure us. you know our choices really lure us in ways that, hey, this is the right kind of choice that we have to take, or maybe this is the right kind of way that we have to be on. So this is also called the lure of the choices. So now, basically, the idea is that now here the person is basically confused, and he's thinking, hey, both the paths are really mesmerizing equally. Where do I go? With which path do I choose? Which road do I choose? So that is basically going on in the mind of this individual, in the mind of Robert Frost, or the traveler. He has the mouthpiece. Basically, the mouthpiece is the protagonist of a poem or a story, which the poet or the writer uses to tell something. So, and both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I marked the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. So, basically, he's talking about the paths that they equally lay, and in leaves no step had trodden. Black, oh, I marked the first for another day. Yet, knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. So, he's now in a bit of a grief also that, hey, I'll be choosing one path today, and I know that I'll never be coming back for the second, because that's how life is. As I give you my own example of studying medical at school, so I cannot, reverse that now. I cannot go back to my 11th standard and study humanities. That's done now. So obviously, there's no chance, getting back to the path another time, right? So this is basically the core there is, right? So, and both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I marked the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way. I doubted if I should ever come back. So, our traveler is an adventurous one, and he's already decided and taken his path, and he has chosen the path less traveled by, and that will definitely make a difference now. Okay, I'm now giving you some spoilers from the next stanza. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. These are one of my favorite lines from the poem. The entire poem is a masterpiece, but these lines really touch me deeply, and this is something that's very close to my heart. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. So beautiful lines, that he'll be telling it with a sigh, some regret or the repentance that once I had to make a choice and I couldn't have be on both the roads. And just he chosen one road, and that has made all the difference. That very beautifully said. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. So it also talks about the rebellion in this poet, that basically he took off the beaten path, and he was keen, that to make this choice, and he thoroughly believed in that choice also. And he's saying now, I'll surely be reporting it, that once I had a choice, and it's the power of that choice which has made me what I am today. Like, even I had this choice, I could pursue my sciences, I could go for medicine, but I chose to study literature, and I'm a doctorate in English literature, and I have a digital school called Palace of Words. So I guess that choice has made it all possible. So that was the reason I was telling you that, every time, whenever we are, taking a choice, we are doing something. So it defines us, it makes us better. It makes us more spirited, it makes us feel more alive. It makes us, more energetic and enthusiastic. So it is always the magic of choice, right? That makes us more brilliant, that makes us more effortless, that makes us more, you know energized. So this is the main idea, right? So the first published in the Atlantic Monthly, a very quick recapitulation of the poem. And it is a narrative poem. The rhyming scheme is ABAAB. Its publication date is August 1915. It has 20 lines. And it has an irregular iambic tetrameter, where the third line rhymes. So it has a meter called irregular iambic tetrameter. So you might be wondering now what meter is. Meter is just length, basically, in mathematics. But in the poem, in poetry, the meter is, METRE. It's written like that, or METER also. That's the American spelling of it. METRE is the Commonwealth spelling of it. Is the basic rhythmic structure of a verse or lines in verse. So note it down. Very important information from your net perspective as well. So meter basically is the basic rhythmic structure of a verse or lines in verse. Many traditional verse forms prescribe a specific verse meter or a certain set of meters alternating in a particular order. The study and the actual use of meters and forms of versification are both known as prosody. Basically, linguistics. Within linguistics, prosody is used in a more general sense that includes not only poetic meter but also the rhythmic aspects of prose, whether formal or informal, that vary from language to language and sometimes between the poetic traditions also. So that's exactly what prosody is. It's about poetry, it's about the poetic traditions, and that is how magical the world of English literature is. I feel really proud to be a doctorate in English literature. That, basically it's a very vast and diverse world. It's a diverse field, it has everything, it has a lot there. It has a lot in store, basically. Right. So here, now the main idea here is that it has irregular iambic tetrameter. And then, the first 1915 publication differs from the 1916 republication in the mountain interval. In the line 13, marked is replaced by kept, and a dash replaced by a comma in line 18. So basically, it has some, whenever a particular text is republished, it has some editing made, some citations made. So it's said that it had little changes made when it was published in the mountain interval. So this is very commonly occurring net question, that what is the name of the anthology where the Road Not Taken was published in 1916. So it was the first poem of Mountain Interval. So Mountain Interval is the name. So such things will really help you, crack net, get your JRF. So that has to be the case, that has to be in the forefront. And prepare, prepare with all your might, prepare thoroughly, give it your best, you know, the way you can deliver. So that should be the case, that should be at the fore. And you should go all in with it, right? Uh, just, go all out, work, and poetry, stories. There's no magical world in English literature. Do it step by step. Do it with great love for literature, with great awe for it, and succeed and prosper, because world is your oyster. Then if you come up with this kind of a conviction that you have to be at your best, you have to deliver, you have to study that poem inside out, you have to be well versed with the rhyming scheme, be well versed with the author, the poet, be well versed with the original text. So you're bound to soar, you are bound to weave magic also. And I'm a great lover of long format. You might get this information in a reel also, but I am sticking to the long format. I'm very old school with it. That basically the idea is to cater to quality, to give the best that I can. And it's again, quality has an influence of quantity also. I'll share this story with you. I'm very good with the anecdotes. That once a potter had been struggling with making fine pieces of pottery, of pots. So his master told him that you have to make 100 pots in a day. So eventually now, from the quality aspect, from the quality part, his entire focus shifted to quantity. But in that quantity, he also started making better pots, because now he was practicing more. And now, initially, he used to just make 4 or 5 pots in a day. But now he was assigned the task by his master that, hey, dude, you really need to, you know, cater to 100 pots in a day. So when he started making 100 pots, so in those 100 pots, he just, also started to, you know, he started to enhance the quality of those pots, and he eventually started making better pots. So even the idea here is like, I want to be regularly connected to you, since it's a week of creating these daily series, and it was on the eve of my grandma's death where I couldn't connect. Obviously, I had like things to do. I had to tend to her last rites also. So I didn't, recorded a video then. But on the very next day also, I was on phone and I recorded like a 10-minute stream. So main idea basically is quality. It's quality content, it's about catering to the right kind of thing, the right kind of, you know, content, right kind of quality to deliver to you, because main idea is purely to serve education as it's a service. People have made a business out of it now, of course, that's a thing that, hey, fetch us some, hefty amounts of money, give us your arm and a leg and we'll teach you something. But the main aspect is basically just the quality that we can serve you and provide you. So I just believe that it will go a long way, and you'll also keep getting better with it, and you'll keep learning, keep churning, keep grinding, keep getting better with this aspect of quality, because the main idea is always ensuring the right kind of quality, catering to the right kind of an organization. Because Palace of Words says that, kings and queens together, let's build our palace of words better, beautiful, and more divine. So the idea is, ensuring utmost quality and the highest standards in education. I know I would be, needing your support for it. As it said, dream alone is a dream, but a dream together is a reality. So please come forth, join me in this noble cause where I can really, cater to quality, I can cater to good content, I can cater to something substantial. And, half of my life is done. I got this advice from one individual. He said that, Prince, I'm Abhishek Prince, so mostly I'm referred to as Prince by my loved ones. He said, Prince, you have lived half your life. You are in a middle age, you're in your midlife, and half would go by so quickly. Basically, you just have got 10, 12, say 15 odd years to work now. So you have got a very limited time. So you have to weave magic right now. You do not have a lot of time. So just weave magic when it is the right time. As it said, just hit the iron, when the hammer is hot, or, hit the hammer when the iron is hot, basically. So I want to deliver, I want to give it my all. Basically, I started teaching early on. And I guess since I've got this forum, so the most path breaking incident in my life was I was just a toddler, maybe in my fourth standard or fifth standard. So, or maybe way younger than that also. I don't recall it really clearly, but I was in my third or fourth standard. And we used to just play outside, as I'm from the hills. I live in Shimla. So I used to, go outside and play, and it's all hills here. We used to play on the roads. We used to play crickets. Back then, there didn't used to be a lot of traffic back then. Not a lot of cars used to commute. Up to we hardly can even stand on the road for a while. I still do see children play badminton at times, or do things whichever they can. But now there's a lot of intrusion, a lot of automobiles, a lot of cars that keep coming up and things. So initially, it wasn't the case. So I used to play, and once on my regular days, I was just out and playing, and I saw a little boy sobbing. As to he couldn't learn English, it was very hard for him, and the letters made no sense to him. It was all like Kalakshar Bhans Barabar to the boy. So he was really struggling with his lessons, and there was an elderly guy trying to motivate him that all things must pass and strive with the efforts and the energy. Of course, probably even he wasn't able to help him with the lesson, so he was doing the motivation part. And I saw him sobbing, and out of the compassionate nature, I came up to him and I asked that what the matter is, and he told that, this guy is not able to do his lessons. So I instantly picked up that book. It was some English lesson, some folk story it was. And I did remember it was some Panchtantra tale. It was some story which I don't recall it dearly. It's been ages now. It's been like more than like 2 decades for the incident. So I taught him. I even did the Hindi translation of the story to him. I translated the story. I told him the moral. I told him moral means shiksha in Hindi, and it was about imandari achhi neeti hai, honesty is the best policy, and something like that. His tears vanished. He got that hope and joy that, hey, I can learn, I can listen to. I also told him that, whenever you want some help, I'll just be a call away. I can help you. I did help him with his lessons after that as well. We built a very good bond. So the main idea is conviction, and that was one of the best days of my life till date. The amount of joy and the happiness I felt upon helping that suffering child, that sad, somber, gloomy child, is till date one of the best karmas that I've attained in my life. And that made me fall in love with teaching. Since I'm like an adventure enthusiast, I'm an adventurer, I'm a traveler. So, and a stroke of luck was I started teaching early on. I used to teach my sister, we used to teach some people, some tuitions around our neighborhood as students when we were in college, when we used to, be preparing for certain exams. So we used to be doing it. We used to be teaching because of the pure love for teaching and the joy of teaching and the magic of learning. We used to do that. So what happened was that something in me changed, and I remember doing a summer job with the leading resorts, the Oberois, the Club Mahindras. So I used to lead a pack of electric bikes, and I used to work with the Club Mahindra back in the day. I was also through with my masters only, like I was in it. I was doing my masters back then, but the love for adventure made me get into such things. So what happened then was that you know something in me really changed. Basically, when I used to work, I used to love, there was I am a mountain biker now. I have my mountain bike. I run it around town. I do some ultra cycling gigs also. I cycle long distances, 100 kilometers, 150 kilometers, and so. So, you know, what happened when I started doing these gigs, when I started doing these particular gigs, had a deep love for adventure, and then the pandemic hit. So everything came to a standstill. I had to get back to Bagi, my native town where I come from. So then, what happened in Bagi? There's a boarding school. It's run by my cousin. It's called Roots Country School, and there they were having their classes. Like that's a boarding school, and there they got the COVID test done, and there they used to in house. They used to have like the students and the mentors, everyone. So I called them with the hope and the proposition to make this thing, can I get into education? And since I was also earning back then, I was earning good with my adventure gigs. So I was in that circulation of economy, and I started to earn, and it was really a good moment. And I guess, yeah, we should always be standing on our feet. It was like 4 years from now. It was back in 2021. I was 26 back then. So then I joined up the school and I started teaching, and it was one fun experience in a boarding school. And I also lived my life as a boarder from the educator's point of view. The fun they had in one premises they live, their discipline, they are always exposed to a number of activities. So I felt in deep love with that. That was so nice. It was so divine, magnificent. And after that, what happened was, something in me changed, and I got back to my first love, education. So then I, switched some schools. I taught in few boarding schools. I taught in the day schools, and I taught in some colleges. I did my gigs. I completed my PhD. So I did all these things, and I felt a sense of deep love for education. I also started to teach IELTS online. I remember a friend who's also a media strategist now at Palace of Words, Shalini, Miss Shalini Thakur. So, my mentor, my friend, my philosopher, and my guide. So, she was the one who really inspired and encouraged me to, go ahead and launch my own product that I cater to IELTS. So, I should, go ahead and, start with IELTS as my own core product. And even I was back in Chandigarh for 2.5 years, and I taught IELTS there at certain institutions. I taught IELTS to the students online. So what happened was, something in me changed, something in me moved. And since then, I've stuck to education, and it's been so it's now 4 years of running Palace of Words, and it is, my heart knows no joys. Since today it's like celebrating 200 plus subscribers is a thing, and also my journey on YouTube, my journey as an educator. So I feel so privileged to be the part of the community and be the part of this digital revolution. I remember back in the day and age when we used to be in the school, internet was developing. It still is, and it has now become so massive with the influx of artificial intelligence. So internet is doing so great and good, and there's a lot that we all learn from the internet. So that is the main idea, basically. So that's exactly what, time and again, we keep catering to and getting better. So be it Robert Frost, Road Not Taken, be it Ernest Hemingway's, The Old Man and the Sea, be it Jack Kerouac's On the Road, be it, Shakespeare's works, all of it, The Twelfth Night, The First Folio, his plays, Merchant of Verona, Merchant of Venice, Hamlet, Macbeth, Romeo and Juliet. So literature is divine, it's beautiful. Be it, Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights, be it, James Joyce, The Portrait of an Artist as a Young Man, Ulysses. So I love this ocean of literature. I'm totally and fully submerged into it now. And I believe we all have a long way to go. So it's been a beautiful journey from like a kid helping a senior kid do his lesson to attaining a dual doctorate in English literature and psychology to starting up a digital school called Palace of Words. So my journey has been nothing short of a miracle. It's beautiful. I'm growing. I'm glowing. And thank you for all the love that I get from you all. It's so beautiful. And I'm especially doing this long hours and I'm making videos on the long format that, the people who have to stick to will stick to. The people who have to listen to this conversation will listen to it, listen to this monologue will listen to it, join the stream will join the stream. That's why I get, a lot of wonderful people like Diane, wonderful people like Vedant, and who always kind of, say things, who always, say all the words of praise and joy, who give all the hearts, all the likes, all the thumbs up, and they happily subscribe also. So this is so beautiful. I'm loving it, and together let's make Brahmamurat batch a success. Let's make Nature batch a success. Let's make batch Parvatarohi a success, which I'm just catering to in the time to come. So let's cater to this divine happiness of ours, divine joy of ours, and let's make it a reality. Since we've started it, I just have to be consistent at it. So please blessing me, and I would really seek all the strength and the blessings of the Almighty that I be very consistent at it. And imagine what we can create of it 30 years from now. Since we've started on this journey, on this beautiful divine journey, so together let's strive to build our palace of words bigger and better and divine. And let's keep, having each other's back. Let's keep getting better at it, keep getting more beautiful at it, and let's beam with great pride and joy, and let's go with all the might and all the heart, because this is what matters most: the love for literature, the love for language. So that is something dear. Vedant, you're back. Hey, Vedant, thank you very much. You've been like a great support today, and you've been here for the longest time. Vedant, Dine, loads of love to you, more power to you all, more strength to you all, and everyone who's joined, everyone who's here. Thank you very much for taking this time. And, more power. I'll be subscribing to your channel as well, Vedant. And today I shared my entire journey as an educator, as a YouTuber. I remember the days when I just started as a traveler. I used to be on the mountains, I used to do mountaineering, and I used to read books. And now I'm a national level mountaineer, and I am about to author some books, and just keep praying that I get the time to write it and complete it. And this year I come up with my book also, as half the year is with us. And a very happy August to you all, and thank you, Vedant, for all the inspiration. And I'll be in touch with you, and do reach me out through Instagram. Do drop a DM on my Instagram. It's called Palace of Words, and we'll be connected. I'll also promote your channel, and Vedant is doing some great job, viewers. Please give him subscribers, and I'll surely see you sometime in New Zealand, and we'll connect. If you ever come to Shimla, this beautiful town, please make it a point to say hello, reach out. And I just live close to the town, and I'll meet you. And it's always good to meet people in person who come, who always, it's basically friends, who come and join. So, all the more power to you, Vedant, and enjoy the day, enjoy this beautiful life. Live loudly, live like a legend. That is my message to you. And oh, very good, huh? I'll surely see you in Wellington sometime. If I get to come, I'll reach out to you. And you drop your Instagram also here, so we'll be connected, and we'll do things together. And if there's anyone, Vedant, you need any help with your studies, your friends, your siblings, your family, your cousins, if anyone needs any help, please do recommend me to them. I cater to a pre-nursery to a PhD program. And okay, Vedant, we'll be connected in our Gmail. We'll be connected on WhatsApp probably. So my contact number is just +91 78075 57619. So that is my contact number, 78075 57619. So you can reach out through that also. And, then accordingly, you can basically, you know, reach me out. And abhishek.rohta at the rate gmail.com is my particular email. So you can reach out through email also. The idea is just stay connected. It's always a bundle of joy to have people. And yes, now it's about to end. Thank you for sticking to this for so long, Vedant. And it's totally been like 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 11 seconds is my stream time. And I stream daily. We'll also connect tomorrow. I get here every day. And enjoy your weekend, Vedant, and the world. Enjoy your weekend. Have a ball, have the most of your time, and do enjoy these sessions. And let's pray to make this world better and beautiful. And thank you very much, all the kings and queens, as I call you all, kings and queens of Palace of Words. And together, let's strive to make Palace of Words bigger, better, and divine. Har Har Mahadev.